I've been watching that shift for the past 4 years or so, where it was kind of rare to do a single 5 years ago or so for me. Now it seems like things have shifted over to exclusively singles. That being said, I think you're right. The heavy community is a little bit different to the pop community. In that there's still some value for that audience in full lengths and EPs. Generally, I'm seeing people steer more towards singles, and I like that approach too. It's made me wonder. I mean, because the nature of heavy music production has often been pretty uniform to a release. So,
Hmm.
obviously Metallica's The Black Album, just to use a crude example, like every song on that album sounds like it was recorded back to back, and the guitars are the same, the drums are
Right.
the same, the
It
the
has that
balances.
ambience, that same kind of ambience.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I mean, indie and pop and alternative records and stuff like that, kind of they can afford to create soundscapes to the song itself and kind of give each song a little bit more identity. Heavy music has traditionally been, I guess what people are going for is to have it sound as if it's recorded live, back to back to back to back. Each song recorded in sequence. And I've often wondered with people kind of leaning more towards singles now, like that's more and more difficult to make songs sound consistent production wise. So it kind of raises the issue. Do you kind of make every single its own thing, and do you try to better the tones you got last time, or do we try to kind of recreate what we did, or and I kind of enjoy recording singles just because it gives me the opportunity as an engineer to improve upon what maybe I had done with the band last single, so it's kind of cool. It's shaking things up a bit in the heavy world with people kind of moving more towards singles. But yeah, I think 80% to 85% of the artists I work with are all singles, and occasionally people will come in, and I mean I'm working on probably like maybe 4 or 5 albums and 2 or 3 EPs, and then the rest is just singles at the moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like working on singles also. I like especially starting with a single with an artist
Mm.
because it gives me like a chance to kind of realize what they're about and figure out what our workflow is. And so by the time you do a second song, you know that like, okay, I want to do a second song and it's going
Yeah.
to be much when committing to an album is a lot, especially with a new artist.
Yeah.